Season 5 is now live, and first things first, I stand corrected. In Tuesday's upload, I assumed that everybody Diamond 3 and up would almost automatically place back in Diamond 1 like we all did in previous seasons. To be fair, I was a tad bit apprehensive about that point, but as some of you guys know, if you've gotten your hands on Rank Play the new update, I don't think it's that simple anymore. And again, it is still really early. I have a few thoughts. I have plenty of thoughts actually. I'm kind of just trying to pick and choose what I want to talk about here. But we have some Vertigo Overload gameplay for you guys. This game was funny as hell. First time playing this map mode combo, and it was interesting to say the least. But let's go ahead and get rolling. Now, before I got on yesterday, I was just cooling it in Discord, trying to get my content strategy ready to go for the next few weeks, or really just the next few months, because I have a pretty busy August and September. Birthday parties, weddings, other events, that kind of stuff. So I'm chilling in the Discord, and my buddy is streaming his placement matches to the Discord or whatever, right? So I'm just chilling, nose down, trying to get my work done, and he's getting slammed. Mind you, he is an iridescent level player. He hasn't hit iridescent in this game yet because his job only really allows him to play like 20 days out of the freaking season. But I would say he's an Erie level player for sure. But he's getting slammed. Every game looks sweaty. So I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, all right, I'm on my way. I'm gonna come save the day. Then about 10 to 20 minutes later, we're both in the placement match blender. Everybody felt like they were playing for a freaking CDL contract or same shit. And at that point, I'm like, yo, maybe Treyarch might have changed more than we expected, man. But we did get those done. One thing that I am thinking of at this point in time is the placement matches do feel a little more important. They almost feel like how they did when Rank Play first launched. One thing that surprised me though, it wasn't how hard the games were necessarily, but I think it's kind of where people actually ended up. So I have friends that were literally like 1 or 2 good games away from iridescent last season, right? And they ended up placing lower than I did. Not significantly lower, maybe just by like 1 tier. And last season, I only finished Crimson 1. Didn't touch Crimson 2, didn't touch Crimson 3. I couldn't even smell Eerie. And so far, everybody that's done the placement matches in my friend group, we all placed between Diamond 1 and Gold 3. That's kind of the window that my friend group is kind of in right now. But maybe there's more going on behind the scenes than simply, you finished here last season, so here's your starting division. Because that's how it felt in the last couple of seasons, in my opinion. This reset didn't really feel predetermined. This felt like Treyarch was hitting us with the, all right, show us where you belong. Almost with the same vibe Lawrence Madden was hitting us with at COD Champs last Sunday. And no, I'm not saying we figured the system out. We're literally only on the first weekend, and my opinion could absolutely change a week from now. But right now, it feels a lot less scripted. It feels a lot less predetermined. It felt like those placement matches actually had weight. Now, very similar to when Rank first dropped in Black Ops 7, a lot of people seem a little bit upset that they dropped a division or maybe even 2, right? But look, I'm kind of here for it. Think about it. If every single season you finish Crimson and then you ended up placing in Diamond 3 and you pretty much knew you were going to hit Crimson, I don't know, in maybe a day or 2, what's really changing other than the developers adding a couple of new maps? I do want to touch base on that for a second, but we'll get there. But if you ask me, the point of a new season should be to go ahead and prove yourself again. I think it adds more of a sense of urgency to actually go ahead and just start playing again, man. Last season, maybe some folks hit their desired rank and they just kind of hopped off the game. And rightfully so, because in your mind, you kind of already accomplished what you wanted to accomplish. But it's cool having that feeling that, okay, things have been reset. Now I got to get back to where I think I should be, or now I have to get back to where I know I should be. I think that's dope. I'd rather earn my way back than log in and kind of just feel like nothing even really changed. Now, right now, one thing we are dealing with is ranked variance. So I mentioned that whole bottleneck conversation in that last video. I said that there was going to be a bottleneck in Diamond. At this point in time, I think the bottleneck is kind of between Platinum and Diamond, which is a little healthier in my opinion. But at the end of the day, ranked should feel difficult, no doubt about it. I know for the most part, everybody wants to go on ranked, drop 60, and essentially just dominate the lobby. At that point, you might as well just play on like the silver player's account or some shit. I don't know. But again, when it comes to ranked variance, opening weekend is absolutely going to be the toughest weekend. We do have former iridescent players, former Crimsons, former Diamonds, and obviously Season 4 kind of has all of these divisions out of whack. No doubt about it. Because I think the $1 million question that people are asking now is, what rank were you in Season 3? That's kind of what people have been asking. At least that's what I've been asked, you know? But right now you got the former fake Eries, the real Eries, the former fake Crims, the real Crims, and maybe even diamonds. I don't think I've heard the term fake diamond. Maybe I have, but regardless, all of these guys are kind of just all over the place, man. We're all mixed together right now. So if your placement matches felt brutal, that's probably exactly how they're supposed to feel, unless you waited a beat or two. The latter will go ahead and work itself out though. And as far as the system, yes, the developers made it to where we are losing some more SR across the board for the most part, but I do still think that the SR gains are relatively the same. From what I've seen, if you bottom frag, you'll go ahead and get just 20, and you'll be rewarded if you get top 3 with the scoreboard bonus. Now, as far as SR losses for Crimson, that base loss is 40 SR, 30 SR for Diamond, and I think 25 to 20 for Platinum. So in my opinion, the developers put a little bit more stake in the placement match and just the SR losses. What's your take on it though? Do you think it's better than last season? Do you think it's about the same? And while it's still early, do you think it'll still be too easy to hit Crimson and Iridescent? Now, I want to talk about the 2 new maps that are added into the competitive mix. Since you're watching Vertigo gameplay, Vertigo is fun, man. I haven't played it on Search and Destroy yet, but we did get some Cortex 8s going the other day, and we ran Hardpoint Vertigo for a couple of games. And this game right here, Vertigo Overload, this isn't bad either. Although I hate Overload, for some reason this was just mad fun, man. Maybe it's honeymoon for me, and I am a little bit apprehensive about seeing this map in Search and Destroy, but to be fair, I was apprehensive about this map, period. But as of right now, I'm having fun with it. And as far as frequency, I played a frequency in one of my placement matches and got absolutely slammed, but W map. And this was first seen in Black Ops 4, and I definitely played it, but I definitely didn't play enough Black Ops 4 because that year was like a 2K Fortnite year for me. But I do remember the map, and I could be biased right now, but I almost feel like it plays better in Black Ops 7 than it played in Black Ops 4. Again, let us know what you think about these 2 maps. Didn't want to spend too much time on it, and I don't think it's necessary to talk about Blackheart, Exposure, and any other map that we had in the mix if it was taken out for a minute or so. Quick shout out to Advanced Gamer Supplements for you TikTok brain folks. We got focus subs for you. For you electrolyte deficient folks, we have hydration supplements for you. And if you're like me and you're just tired, 24/7 energy supplements will definitely give you a buff if you're trying to clock in a couple of hours on the game. I especially use Advanced GG on Fridays, where I have to work my regular job, cook up a YouTube video for you guys, and sometimes get to live streaming. Check these guys out though, they are the truth. Second link down below, code NERVS10, NRVS10 for anything you want to cop off of the Advanced GG store. Now, I know that was pretty much Yap Nation right there, but my main takeaway here is don't judge this update too quickly, because we all know the Call of Duty community thinks they have everything figured out after playing 3 or 4 games of anything. Some people are glazing it, some people are thinking it's broken, but for the most part, things do kind of lie in the middle, and I still haven't really seen a lot of opinions on this yet. So I'll leave it up to you guys to let us know how you feel about it down below. But is it perfect? Absolutely not, but I can't say it feels that bad either. That being said though, how did your placement matches go? Did you place higher than expected? Did you place lower than expected? I'm trying to see if there's actually a pattern here, because the more I read you guys' comments here, TikTok, and the live streams, even if we can't necessarily figure everything out, it's cool just to chop it up about this kind of stuff. Also, I mentioned some Cortex 8s earlier in the video. We are working on a system in the collective Cortex Discord server so we can get some 8s going in a more organized fashion. And this is your invite. First thing down below, and trust me, it's not just the 8 server. Of course, we talk about Call of Duty, rank play, that kind of stuff, but shit, we could talk about sports, anime, other video games. You could show off your setup, you could promote your own content or your own live streams in the self-promo section. Regardless, we got a spot for you if you're not a shitty person. Also, check out this video right here and consider subscribing if you dug the video. I'll see you over there.